Take two. Selling on eBay. Will it work or will it not? eBay is a great source, I believe, to make extra income. I mean, you can make anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a week or up. Depends what you're selling. For a normal seller like me, I specialize in video games, vintage items, and electronics. Where do I find my items at? Garage sales, estate sales, Craigslist, and other sites within my area. Now, best way to do eBay is I like the buy it now option instead of listing as auctions. Now, auctions do work sometimes. I mean, if you have that great product like iPhones or very rare video games or very rare vintage items, or signs, or it has to be a rare something that to catch a lot of attentions to really have a great auction on eBay. I stick with buy it now option because you know what? If I market it right and I price it right and I do my research on what sold already on eBay, I know for sure that my buy it now option is the best way to go. People, buyer can just click it and pay. You see, with an auction, they can fit up your item, but they don't have to pay immediately. Me, I like to see my money as soon as you click the buy it now, which is a great way to get paid, because they cannot click the buy it now unless their PayPal account is connected to their eBay account, which is great. Now, there is a lot of serious bidders, but you got to know how to set up your eBay to get the non-serious bidders not to bid or even look at your items. The ones that's out of the country who's bidding just to bid, and you want to send your phony checks and so on. It's a way, and I'll take you through that in a minute, to set up your eBay. Now, let's think about, what are you looking to sell on eBay? What is your interest? What do you like? What is your niche? What draws your attention? What do you think that if you're listed, you'll definitely make a sale? Now, it's more than what I sell, like video games, vintage items, collectibles, electronics. It's more out there. I mean, there's a lot of people who selling baby clothes. It's a lot of people who selling old vintage type of clothing, like Levi's from the 80s and the 70s, and their top items. Toys, rare toys is top items. Collectible toys like the old He-Man, the action figures, and the Cabbage Patch dolls, type items. It's a lot of stuff you can really sell. I mean, if you can get your hands on signs will make a lot of money on eBay. If you can get your hands on used cell phones, long as the SIM cards are clean on them and long as they're legit and not stolen, you can make a lot of money on eBay. If you can get your hands on mostly anything, like I tell people, anything has a price tag on it, and anything will be removed off your shelf. When I say there's a buyer for anything, so you have to find what you want to sell. And then what you have to, the next step in starting this eBay and seeing if it will really work out for you, is to go after you get your ideal on what you want to sell and write it down. And you must go and research. Sign in to create your regular eBay name that make sure it's a catchy name that buyers will remember. That way they come back and they'll research you after you get your sales going and everything, and they'll say, oh, she got this again, or he got this again. Let me go ahead and grab this. Let me go ahead and grab that. Perfect. The perfect name, a perfect eye catcher, something that makes you stand out and makes the buyer say, okay, this is a serious seller. And when you create your eBay name, what you want to do is create a name that goes with the items that you're selling. You don't want to sell, say, Chocolate Mama 99 on eBay if you're not selling nothing that got to do with no chocolate. Or if you don't want to say Boatman 74 if you're not selling boat parts or boats. You want to sell something, video game 99 if you're selling video games, electronic drama, if you're selling electronics, vintage queen, if you're selling vintage items, Cabbage Patch dolls and more, if you're selling dolls and stuff. You want a catchy name that goes with the items that you're selling. Now that you have found how to sign up for eBay, go through the steps to sign up. What you want to do now, since you got your ideal of what you want to sell, type it in that search box and enter search. Now, scroll down on that screen there, and on the left-hand side, you want to click on completed listings. And you want to see everything in green. Red don't count. Red mean it ain't sale. So therefore, don't look at the red price, look at the green price. Now, click on the green price, that item. Once you have clicked on that green price of item, look at the seller's rating, look how many feedbacks they have, which is the ratings, and look at the seller's name. Now, scroll down, and in the center there, underneath the price, it should say free shipping, or it should tell you how much they charge to ship the item, giving you an idea to break down, your seller fees and your shipping costs. Okay, now scroll down. Was the item new? Was it used? What condition was that item in? And what condition is your item in? Alright, now since you got that information, write it down. Now, what you want to do now is decide if you want to sell on eBay or if you don't want to sell on eBay. It's up to you. Can you make the money? It depends if you get the items priced correctly. If you can find your item that you want to sell on eBay and you can get it at the right price and you can calculate. See, eBay fees is in between 9% to about 18%. The highest one they charge you on is video games and electronics. Anything else is okay. You can really make some good money. You can profit off of as long as you get the prices right. And what I suggest you doing, since you know what kind of item you want to sell on eBay, don't buy one. If you really can afford it, buy 5 or 10 or how much your pockets can afford. One that's playing with it. You don't want to play with it. You want to go at it head first and faith first and say that what God brought me to it. It's a gift I have inside of me to get this eBay going. You don't want to go at it, as they say, shucking and jiving. You want to be right on with it. Got enough products to offer. But let me tell you, that's why I say buy 5 or 10, because eBay, when you sign up for eBay at first, they're only going to allow you to sell 10 items your first month. That way, when you get your 10 positive feedback ratings, you got the right to call them up and tell them to up your 10 to 20 or 50. They'll probably give you 50 items per month then. They want to make sure that you're a serious seller and not somebody who's playing games on eBay or want to rip somebody off or stuff like that. It took a minute for mine to escalate at the seller point I am at now. Years ago, back in before 2010 hit, you could sell, you could list all day long if you wanted to, but not anymore. That's why I say, don't overbuy because it's going to be sitting on your shelves and you're going to be worrying, I can't even list it. No, buy up to the amount of 10, whatever you're going to sell, just to test the waters and get your business going. Now, how you want to list it is up to you. Auction style or buy it now listed. I suggest you do a buy it now listed. Since you're starting off, do a buy it now. Come up with the right price after you do the research. How I showed you how to research your item and then completed listings and making sure they're in green. Now, since you're a new seller, the best way to do it is to do it as I've done it, with free shipping. But what you're doing, you're not really going to free ship your item. You're going to calculate the shipping cost inside of your price that you're listing it at. So you're going to go back to that completed items that you see who charge for shipping, put the two numbers together. Now, if it come up to like $42 or $18, turn that 42 in about 39. You'll be okay, and you'll beat the ones that charge you for shipping. Turn that 18 at about $16.50, and you'll beat the ones that charge you for shipping. The customers, free shipping, great, I'm buying this one. But that's how you want to do it. That's how you want to set it up. That's how you want to get started. My next video will be about the profits and everything else. So you know what? Click that like button.